Accused of killing a St. Lucie County Sheriff's deputy more than 2 years ago appeared in court today.
Yeah, it's now up to a judge to determine whether the statements Eriese Tisdale made can be admitted in his trial this fall.
Tisdale accused of killing Sergeant Gary Morales during a traffic stop in Fort Pierce. News Channel 5's John Shaman is live outside the St. Lucie Courthouse with our developing details.
Michael and Ashley, the judge will need to look at three things in this case. First, whether the defendant's criminal past is relevant, whether the prosecutor can be subpoenaed as a witness by the defense, and whether or not the defendant's statements to investigators can be used against him. The nearly hour-long interview of Eriese Tisdale after his arrest was played in court. The defense argued that 16 times Tisdale made statements that he was done talking.
I don't want to talk about that. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not talking about that anymore.
The defense also stating prosecutor Thomas Bakkedahl never identified himself during the interview. The defense wants to call Bakkedahl as a witness and not allow Tisdale's criminal past to be brought up at trial.
We said he murdered a police officer. Do you think the fact that the jury hears he's also a convicted felon is going to make a whole hell of a lot of difference?
On the interview tape, Tisdale never admits to shooting Sergeant Gary Morales. He did say he was in fear of his life the morning of February 28, 2013, when he was pulled over. Judge Dan Vaughn said he would take a few days to rule on the motions. Now, there's also a discussion on the law enforcement presence that will be allowed in the courtroom during the trial. An agreement that the judge also needs to sign off on would cap the number of uniformed officers allowed in that courtroom during the trial to 10, not including those that are working court security. Plainclothes officers will be allowed in regardless, and there will also be a hall monitor apparently in place to make sure that that cap of 10 is adhered to. And those uniformed officers will also not be allowed to sit in the first row of the courtroom closest to the jury. This trial is scheduled to begin September 15th. We're live in St. Lucie County. John Shaman, WPTV News Channel 5.